Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, the Most High, the Heavenly Father. His Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in Hebrew is Yahweh Shah, not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapos Christos, not Yeshua, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, whether can accept it or not. In the sincere salutation to all the octane pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Aqua who are listening and learning, you few sisters who are listening and learning. Come let you know the lesson of truth, facts, faith, and edification of the day of edification, Lord willing, this be edifying. So I title this lesson, all you overeaters and comfort eaters gonna suffer famine. Now, before I start this lesson, I just had some slow belly to respond to the video that I did on these guys, WFI Orlando, building on our foundation. And it had to just be a slow belly nigga with Shiva Jatas, with no works on this channel. So I'm finna read to you what he said. I just saw this a few minutes ago. So me and him are going back and forth for the last little 5 minutes. Let me show you what he say. He don't got no works now. I told him you shouldn't even be speaking. You don't got no works on your channel. So he came, this is what he said right here. Stop crying over nothing. It say stop crying over nothing. Well, y'all there. Also, they mainly speak in Lake Eola Park. Also in front of the library. Those are alternate spots. No, there's not an alternate spot. I swear you GMS cats act like heathens. Right? That's what he said. So let me open this up. So he said that, let's read again. So then I said, why y'all building on our foundation is simple. And I said, because he said it ain't serious. I said, and it's definitely something. Because if it wasn't, y'all wouldn't be building on our foundation. He called me simple. So I said, you sound simple as hell. Did you ever because he said, did you contact them? Contact them for what? So I said, you sound simple as hell. Did you contact these brothers? He said, did you contact these brothers? For what? What am I contacting for? I said, the same way you came on my page, why you didn't go let them know that they shouldn't be doing that? So I said, you got no works on your channel. You can't speak about nothing but cutting them Shiva Jatas off your head. You slow belly. Then I said, because he said, you GMS cats. So I said, you WFI cats don't respect principles. Then I said, let me see. No, he said this after the fact. So then I said, if y'all were there, he said, if y'all were there, then they would be building on y'all foundation. If we was there. Yet you weren't there. Make it make sense, LOL. He said, you got no man stop you need to get your works together. No, I said, you got no works. I say, stop. You need to get your works together, right? He don't got no works on his channel. What you gonna click on? Then I said, obviously, you the simple one, taking up for them, building on our foundation. So let me go to the phone. Because it ain't giving you all the article. It ain't giving you all the, because he just responded again. So he said just now, obviously, y'all must not be putting in work enough to hold your foundation. Y'all cats act feminine. This is what he just sent me. We must not be putting in work enough. What are you talking about? You see, that's why it don't make no sense, man. It don't even make no sense. It's a waste of time. So anyway, yeah, he said, let me go back. He said, did you contact them? No, I said, he said, contact them. No, he said, did you contact them? No, that's what I said. Did you contact them like you comment on my comment board? Because he said, no, then I said, bro, what are you talking about? You don't build, period, on no foundation. You obviously don't understand principles and order in this truth. And how could you understand principle and order? You don't even teach nothing, right? So let me go real quick. Don't make this too long. I'm just gonna go into this lesson, man. Now this is guy, Quest Kid 73. Nothing. A bunch of nothing. Look, IUIC. Yeah, a bunch of different people. Nothing. Commander General Your Honor. See? See? See him? Nothing. Joined January 21st, 2009. You don't got no videos on your channel. You ain't teaching nothing, but you want to come try to tell me something with them Shiva Jatas in your head. But anyway, it's okay. Let's get to this lesson. It's all good. Hey, cause you can't rebuke a fool, man. It's a waste of time. You can't rebuke a fool, man. So let's go on. I'm not even gonna waste my energy on that, man. So this is an article. This is an article the brother Arya from GMS Temple put in the chat. Well, he put the article in the chat, and I was finna read the article. I was finna pull it up on Google, but when I pulled the article up, it had also a YouTube video. Same thing it said in the article, it said on the video. So I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna get some precepts. And I just did a lesson on this uh back in November when this article first came out that they was finna that they had passed them to sell cloned chicken. Well, I was watching the Elder Yashwuma's video at the plantation last night, and these guys is eliminating the beef, man, the cattle. They eliminating the cattle, man. Which it's already in the scriptures first, man. The Lord already warned us that they was going to do this. So I'm gonna play this clip and I'm gonna get some precepts. Jake, man, Jake, Jake would not take rebuke for nothing. He talking about if we had a been there, they won't be teaching in our spot. Why we got to be there for you not to teach in our spot? We built that foundation up. The Lord is already being taught there. Why not find your own spot? We must not be putting in work enough. We've been at this in 2017, faithfully, every Saturday. And me and the young brothers used to go out there on some Fridays. But the problem is, y'all want to come where GMS at because GMS got the truth, the 100% truth. And what y'all doing, the Lord got y'all doing is stirring up strife for Jake out here, man. Which the ones that's 2/3, hey, they're gonna flock to the what is it, Ezekiel 14:9. If a prophet have spoken the thing out, the Lord had to see that prophet, man. So I understand what it is, and it's cool. I understand. The Lord is setting up 2/3 of Jake to fall right into y'all hand, man. Talking about we must not be putting in enough work. When we was down in 2017, y'all wasn't even downtown, period. Where y'all was at in 2017? Nowhere. It wasn't no WFI Orlando in 2017. You slow belly nigga. But it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. Nigga got Shiva Jotas on his head, talking trash. But I've been waiting on somebody to respond, and it was ain't nobody respond from WFI Orlando that's teaching. It's some slow belly Shiva Jata wearing nigga. Tell me why we acting like little crybabies over here. Tell me you GMS cats acting like crybabies. All right, nigga. We'll see. Let's play this.
When the stuff of science fiction lab developed meat could become reality in certain cafes in the US as soon as this year. Chiefs at developed meat organizations are hopeful that meat filled in enormous steel tanks could be on the menu inside the space of months after one organization won the thumbs up from a key controller. In a demonstration of certainty, some of them have joined top-of-the-line culinary experts like Argentine Francis Malman and Spaniard Jose Andres to ultimately feature the meats in their very good quality restaurants. Be that as it may, to arrive at its final location, grocery store racks, developed meat faces huge snags, 5 chiefs said. Organizations should draw in more subsidizing to increment creation, which would empower them to offer their hamburger steaks and chicken bosoms at a more reasonable cost. En route, they should defeat a hesitance among certain shops to attempt lab-developed meat. Developed meat is gotten from a little example of cells gathered from animals, which is then taken care of supplements, filled in colossal steel vessels called bioreactors, and handled into something that looks and tastes like a genuine cut of meat. Only one nation, Singapore, has up to this point endorsed the item for a retail deal. However, the US is ready to follow. The US Food and Medication Organization, FDA, said in November that a developed meat item, a chicken bosom developed by California-based Potential Gain Food Sources, was okay for human utilization. Potential Gain is presently wanting to carry its item to eateries when 2023 and to supermarkets by 2028. Potential Gain actually should be examined by the U.S. Division of Agribusiness Food Handling and Assessment Administration and get close down from the organization on its marks. A USDA FSIS representative declined to remark on its investigation timetable. SLAUGHTERLESS House. At Potential Gain's office in Emeryville, California, sterile garment specialists were seen poring over touch screens and observing Goliath tanks of water blended in with supplements during a new Reuters visit. Meat is reaped and handled in a room that CEO Uma Valetti calls the slaughterless house, where it is reviewed and tried. Some journalists were served an example of Potential Gain's chicken during the visit. It tasted very much like ordinary chicken when cooked, however was to some degree more slender and had a more uniform tan tone when crude. Potential Gain worked with the FDA for a considerable length of time prior to getting the organization's go-ahead in November, Villetti told newsmen. It's a turning point for the business, he said. California-based developed meat organization Great Meat as of now has an application forthcoming with the FDA, which has not been recently detailed. Two different organizations, Netherlands-based Moza Meat and Israel-based Adherent Meats, said they are in conversations with the office, organization chiefs said. The FDA affirmed it is conversing with various organizations. Administrative endorsement is the perfect first obstacle for making developed meat open to a wide area of customers, leaders at Potential Gain, Moza Meat, Devotee Meats, and Great Meat said. The greatest test organization developing supplementary bioreactors expected to create huge amounts of developed meat, leaders said. For the time being, creation is restricted. Potential Gain's office has the ability to produce 400,000 pounds of developed meat each year, a little part of the 106 billion pounds of regular meat and poultry created in the U.S. in 2021, as per the North American Meat Establishment, a meat industry entryway bunch. In the event that the organizations can't get the assets expected to increase creation, their item might in all likelihood never arrive at a price tag where it can rival customary meat, said Great Meat Prime supporter Josh Tetrick. Selling is not the same as selling a great deal, Tetrick said. Until we as an organization and different organizations construct enormous scope foundation, this will be tiny scope. Thanks for watching.
Man, you see this, man? These devils, man. Hey, that's why the Lord got to destroy these Edomites, man. So Elder Yashawama had put up, he did the lesson he did yesterday. He was going into the article he had. Actually, it was a video clip of these guys at Davos, man. These devils is really doing this, man. But the Lord said it. The Lord said at first that they was going to do this. So let me read here. Man, I said I was gonna be done with that, man. I done already said what I said twice. Hey, I'm just finna let the Lord work, man. But I will be there Friday though. You can believe that. Lord willing. I don't work on Friday, so I'm gonna be there. This is Elder Yashuma had brought this out, which is a heavy chapter, man. Joel 1. Because the Lord is taking away the comfort, man, the food. So all you binge eaters, all you comfort eaters, it's gonna be bad times, man. Shalom. We was looking to contact whoever's old Atlanta account. Couldn't find any contact if we don't mind relocating from the library on Friday nights. We you know what? Appreciate that, brother. We'll we'll link up. Me and the head brother, we'll link up, brother. After I get done with this lesson, we'll link up. Appreciate that. Respect, brother. So in Joel 1, it's all good, brother. You know, it's all good. We'll talk about it though, Lord willing. So in Joel 1, when you start at 1, it goes into the whole how the Lord is taking away the food, like everything. So it say, I want to read the points. This Joel 1 and 4, it reads, that which the palmer worm have left have the locusts eaten, and that which the locusts have left have the cankerworm eaten, and that which the cankerworm have left have the caterpillar eaten. So it say, afterward ye drunkards and weep, awake ye drunkards and weep, and how all ye drinkers of wine, because of the new wine, for it is cut off from your mouth. It say, for a nation is come up upon my land, which is Jerusalem, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. We, wherever we scattered at, we are Israel. So it say, for a nation is come up upon my land, strong and without number, whose teeth are the teeth of a lion, which is their military, their power. Esau blessed them with to live by the sword. And he had the cheek teeth of a great lion. He had laid my vineyard, my vine waste, and bought my fig tree. He had made it clean bare and cast it away. The branches thereof are made white. Destroyed this devil. That's why he got to be removed. What's that? Jeremiah 51 and 25. It reads that the Lord say he will roll them down from the rocks and make thee a burnt mountain, which linked with Obadiah 1 and 18. Verse 8 reads, lament like a virgin girded with sackcloth for the husband of her youth. It said the meat offering and the drink offering is cut off from the house of the Lord. The priests, the Lord's ministers mourn. The field is wasted. What they make the crop, they make the farmers get rid of all the crops, right? They say the field is wasted, the land mourneth, the corn is wasted, the new wine is dried up, the oil languisheth. It say, be ye ashamed, O ye husbandmen, how ye vine dressers, for the wheat and for the barley, because the harvest of the field is perished. The vine is dried up, and the fig tree languisheth, the pomegranate tree, the palm tree also, the apple tree, even all trees of the field are withered, because joy is withered away from the sons of men. And this is the Lord taking away the comfort. You say he's taking away in Isaiah 3 and 1, he's taking away the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread, the whole stay of water. Verse 13, Joel 1 and 13, gird yourselves and lament, ye priests, how ye ministers of the altar, come, lie all night in sackcloth, ye ministers of my power, for the meat offering and the drink offering is withholden from the house of your power. Just say, sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly. And we be telling Jake, you got to learn how to start fasting more, man, because hey, we don't know what's going to happen. I mention often, like when we had to do the Day of Atonement, right? What it tell you in Leviticus 23, we had to do that Day of Atonement. That's a 24-hour, no food, no water. Hey, the Lord got us doing that for a reason, man. What if it comes a whole? What if it come one day we might have to go without food and water for 24 hours? It's possible. That's just me saying it's possible because the Lord. We had to do a day of atonement. What if that happened? Can most of these people out here that love to comfort eat overeaters, can they go 24 hours without food and water? I don't think so, man. It say Joel 1 and 15, Joel 1 and 14. Sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of the Lord Yahweh your power, which is talking about the hopeful elect, into the tabernacle of David that's being built, and cry unto the Lord, because we in mourning. We in mourning, so we're supposed to be crying. It reads, alas for the day of the Lord is at hand, and as a destruction from the Almighty shall it come. It's verse 16, Joel 1 and 16. Is not the meat cut off from before your eyes? What we see going on? These devils got salmon, modified salmons that's in the waters eating the real salmon. Then these devils talking about if you don't get Alaskan wild caught salmon, it ain't real salmon. Well, the Lord said in Ezekiel 4 and 13, we shall eat our food defiled among the Gentiles. So again, Joel 1 and 16, is not the meat cut off from before your eyes? Yeah, joy and gladness from the house of our power. The seed is rotting under their clods. The garners are laid desolate. The barns are broken down, for the corn is withered. How do the beasts groan? Hey, it say the barns are broken down, for the corn is withered. Goes into what is that? Second Ezra 6 and 22. The full storehouse shall be suddenly found empty, man. This is the Lord taking away all comfort. And it's going to affect everybody, the whole elect and two-thirds. The difference with the whole elect is the Lord said in Isaiah 65, 13 and 14, that they're going to eat and drink, man. But that's all faith and belief, man. Two-thirds don't got faith and belief. Because what the Lord said in Matthew 16 and 4, that this wicked and adulterous generation seek about the sign, but there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of prophet Jonah, meaning the messengers, the men of the Lord. Ain't gonna be no sign. The sign is listen to the messengers, or you ain't gonna make it. So it say, how do the beasts groan? The herds of cattle are perplexed. We know that word perplexed mean because they have no pasture. Yeah, the flocks of sheep are made desolate. This devil is destroying the cattle. They done burnt down over 100 food processing plants, right? Chicken, turkey, eggs, fish, these processing plants, man. But this is the Lord doing this. Verse 19 reads, O Yahweh, to thee will I cry, for the fire have devoured the pastures. That's them food processing plants being burnt down. It say of the wilderness, and the flame have burnt all the trees of the field. And who's doing this? You guessed it, BG, the original hot boy, Bill Gates. The beasts of the field cry also unto thee, for the rivers of waters are dried up, and the fire hath devoured the pastures of the wilderness. These devils, again, Joel 1 and 16, is not the meat cut off from before our eyes? Yeah, joy and gladness from the house of our power. When you go to Hosea 4 and 1, the Lord said he was going to do this, man. Hosea 4 and 1 reads, hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel, for Yahweh have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land. Why? Because there is no truth nor mercy. And this devil, was that James 2 and 13? These devils don't show no mercy, man. Because there is no truth. No, they established and said that they is God, right? Job 9 and 24, man. He put his face up that he the Lord. Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, which the so-called white man promotes all this, made all this legal by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery. They break out in blood, touch of blood. Therefore, saith the Lord, shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwell therein shall languish with the beasts of the field. They destroying the cattle, and with the fowls of heaven, lawful birds, chicken and quail, right? Chicken, quail, and turkey. It say with the beasts of the field, the cattle, and with the fowls of heaven, right? Dealing with chicken, turkey, and quail. Yeah, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. So this is the Lord removing the comfort from Jake, man, because the world was made for our sakes. So this is Isaiah. Man, these are strategic moves the Lord is doing, man. Isaiah 3 and 1, for behold, the Lord Yahweh of hosts, doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff. That's your protection. Okay? The little bit of comfort, the little bit of protection that Jake had, the Lord is taking that away, man. Again, the Lord Yahweh of hosts doeth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water. In Psalms, what did the Lord do to the Egyptians, man? In Psalms 105 and 16, it reads, moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He brake the whole staff of bread. The whole staff of bread, man. Moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He brake the whole staff of bread. This was talking about what happened to the Egyptians, man. What the Lord said in 2nd Ezra 15 and 11, right? That's what he did to the Egyptians, man. Behold, 2nd Ezra 15 and 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. You see? Hey, because Jake get a so-called white man too much credit, man. This is the Lord's doing, man. It reads 2nd Ezra 15 and 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which is the hopeful elect, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. The Lord said he's going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. Hold on. Let's read again. Psalms 105 and 16. It reads, what is talking about? It's talking about the Lord destroying the Egyptians. It reads, moreover, he called a famine upon the land. He brake the whole staff of bread. He sent a man before them, even Joseph, who was sold for a servant. So this letting you know it's talking about Egypt. Again, Psalm 105 and 16. Moreover, he called for a famine upon the land. He brake the whole staff of bread. So again, 2nd Ezra 15 and 11, it reads, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, just like in ancient Egypt. But it's talking about the elect, the remnant, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. In Psalm 78, he did that how? By what? Sending evil angels among them. This is Psalm 78 and 49. He cast upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath, and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. He made a way to his anger. He spared not their soul from death, but gave their life over to the pestilence, man. And smite all the firstborn in Egypt, the chief of their strength, in the tabernacles of Ham. And the Lord finna do this again against who? Hey, the tabernacles of Edom, man. So this is, let me start with this. 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and 28. It reads, but as concerning the things whereof thou hast asked me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that it's sown with good. So this place got to fall first, man. Lord willing, before we can get to the kingdom of heaven, this place got to fall, man. And this is what a collapse look like, man. this is what an empire looked like when it started to fall, man. The monetary system. What Rome do? They kept adding different type of metals to the silver till there was no silver. Their coin, their denarius, were just some metals, man. It say, let's get this. In verse 37, second Ezra 4 and 37, it reads, by measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times, and he doeth not move nor stir them until the said measures be fulfilled. So now this is second Ezra 6 and 22. Yeah, eat the water, I got you, brother. Precepts already ready to go too. This second Ezra 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty, man. And that's one of the scriptures I had. This is Leviticus 26 and 26. The brother got it on the screen. I just read it from here. And Shalom to all the Akim and Akbaf tuning in. Yahweh Shema Washah Barakathum. Pillars of Benjamin, Leviticus 26 and 26. And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and you shall eat and not be satisfied, man. And this is what's happening. Hey, because most people now, you see what these chicks is, delectable eats, them two big chicks, all they do is eat, man. Delectable eats, that's they page. Listen, man, these people, hey, these overeaters and these comfort eaters, man, they finna, the family gonna be, it's gonna be serious out here, man. They all these obese, Jay can't contain how they eat. Jake want to drink sodas, pops. Well, from Mississippi, we call them pops in Mississippi. Jake want to drink sodas and pops, man. Juicy juice, punches. Man, it's gonna be, hey, the Lord is doing something terrible, man. Was as Psalms 8 and 9 and 14? It said judgment and justice is the habitation of the Lord's throne, man. It's gonna be ugly out here. And Lord willing, we be covered, man. Lord willing, man. It's gonna be an ugly sight, but at the same time, and I saw that Psalm 91, the Lord say, you shall see the wicked when they being destroyed. This is Ezekiel 4 and 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care. Let's get this in NLT. And they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment. It say that they may want bread and water and be astounded one with another and consume away for their iniquity and consume away. What that is? Lamentation 4. When they shall pine away. Let's get this in the NLT. Let me go to the blue letter. I was gonna do it on the computer, but I got too many precepts to be typing in going on blue letter Bible, so I just do it from the phone. So this is Ezekiel 4. I've been on this a lot lately, man. So Ezekiel 4 and 16. Let's read these different verses. NLT say, then he told me, Son of man, I will make food very scarce in Jerusalem. It will be weighed out with great care and eaten fearfully. That it said the water will be rationed out drop by drop, and the people will drink it with dismay. So let me get the next verse. Verse 17. It say NLT, lacking food and water, people will look at one another in terror and they will waste away under their punishment. This ain't gonna be good, man. Hey, that's why, hey, we gotta constantly pray to Yahweh Shema Shah to strengthen us, man. Cause Jacob trouble gonna be terrible, man. Horrific, man. We don't know how serious. We can just read these scriptures. It was Romans 15 and 4. The things that are written 4 times go for our learning, man. We don't know how. All we know is when we read back in 2 Kings 6, when the women had had bought the one son, where they tell you the Lamentations 4, they sodding their children in the siege, man. This is serious. We was eating leather, man. We was eating leather and bird shit, man. This is gonna be some serious times, man. And Jake out here still focused on chasing the bag. One about chasing box. Jake be downtown just with no care in the world and no care in the world at all, man. Living for the moment. So let's get this in Ezekiel 5. This is Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 16. It's gonna be ugly, man. And these devils is doing it right now, man. They just passed to sell us clone chicken, man. Taking cells from real animals and put them in a bioreactor, man. Now they're doing the same thing with beef and fish. We got to get out of here, man. That's why Yahweh said, what is that, Matthew 24 and 22? Except those days be short, and there shall no flesh be saved, man. But for the elect's sake, Lord willing, we build that number, man. Hey, because ain't nothing but horror, terror, man. Horrific, grievous judgments is coming, man. What's that, Jeremiah 16? It say Ezekiel 5 and 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and I will increase the famine upon you. What's going on right now, man? This thing is being increased, man. And will break your staff of bread. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts. And we see this on this is and hey, pit bulls and people going on hiking trails and getting mauled by mountain lions and different type of cougars, and this is normal now, man. Jake getting ripped up by pit bulls, man. Man, Elderman knocked us out by something me a clip in the WhatsApp. I put it in our Orlando chat. In our Orlando chat, the pit bull was eating off. Had done ate off two of them. Had done, bro, and it was a Mexican mafia, man. They had done ate off Jake Rod, man. Ate the rod, the balls, everything completely off, man. And them Mexicans, them cartel do this on a daily basis, man. Again, they say Ezekiel 5 and 17. So will I send upon you famine and evil beasts, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I Yahweh have spoken it. Famine, pestilence, these are all swords of the Lord, man. Then you got Esau gonna come in with these Gurgle troops, man. Oh, let's get that. In Jeremiah, what is that? Is that Jeremiah 18? Let me see. Um, maybe 17. Hold on. It's a verse that say maybe Jeremiah 18 and 17. Let me see. He talks about the Lord say he's gonna send them in like serpents. What is that? Oh man, hold on, bear with me. See if I can get this. It talks about the Lord say he's gonna send the enemy in, they're gonna be like serpents, man. Cause these troops coming in, which go with was it Isaiah 59? I'm trying to think of what it said, man. Hold on, bear with me. I gotta find this. Yeah, the warning going out, man. The warning is definitely going out. It's been going out for years, man. And now it's like, man, all these things is playing out real time, man. And Jay have no clue what's really going on out here. Trying to find this verse, man. Bear with me. Let me see if I can type it in. That's it, brother. The water. That's it right there. Let me get in the NLT. I was right here too in Jeremiah 18. The water, bro. That's it. Ooh, that brother on point. The water, bro. So in Jeremiah 18 and 22 in the NLT, was it NIV? Let's see. Um, where the NIV at? That it. This is Jeremiah 18 and yeah, in verse 22 it reads, let's read 21. It reads, therefore deliver up their children to the famine and pour out their blood by the force of the sword, and let their wives be bereaved of their children and be widows, and let their young men be slain by the sword in battle. Let a cry be heard from their houses when thou shalt bring a troop suddenly upon them, for they have digged a pit to take me and hid snares for my feet. Hold on, let me see. I don't think that's it, bro. It's another one. It say hold on, it might be different version. Different version. It said cockatrices. Hold on. It mentions them coming in like cockatrices. I thought that was it though. It was a version. It was a verse that said how they gonna come in like serpents. I thought that was it though. It may be another one. It say this is NLT. Let screaming be heard from their homes as warriors come suddenly upon them. They have dug a pit for me and have traps and have hidden traps along my path. Let me see. Hold on. See if I can find this real quick. Real quick. Let me go to Google. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I wasn't. See, Jeremiah 8 is Jeremiah 8. But that's a fire one too though. So let me go back. So like it, man. I ain't trying to have y'all here forever. It's early. I couldn't go to sleep till I got this lesson out, man. I used to do all my lessons in the morning, man. For some reason, I've been slacking and going to sleep and getting up late in the evening doing them. I got to get back and do my lessons in the morning. So this Jeremiah 8 and 17. So Salaki for that. It say, for behold, I will send serpents. This is right here. Jeremiah 8 and 17. For behold, this is when these truths going to come in. What the same thing it said was that Isaiah 59, the Lord said he's gonna lift up a standard. It reads, but two-thirds gonna be taken. It reads, for behold, I will send serpents, cockatrices among you, which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, saith Yahweh. Now, I'm gonna get an NLT. Heavy, man. NLT reads, which goes into what you put up, the Jeremiah 18 and 22. It reads, I will send these enemy troops among you. This is NLT, Jeremiah 8 and 17. I will send these enemy troops among you like poisonous snakes you cannot charm, and they will bite you, and you will die. I, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh have spoken. You see, ASV say, for behold, I will send serpents, adders among you, which will not be charmed, and they shall bite you, saith Yahweh. For behold, DBY, for behold, I will send among you serpents, vipers against which there is no charm, and they shall bite you, saith Yahweh. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's gonna get real, man. So all these instruments, famine, pestilence, hey, especially the MOTB, man. So this is Ezekiel 14 and 21. Let me read Ezekiel 14 and 13 first. This is Ezekiel 14 and 13. It reads, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously. Now I read Hosea 4 and 1, and the Lord said he have a controversy with the land, right? With the inhabitants of the land, which that applies to us first. That applied to us in the ancient time. Well, who's in control of the earth now? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Ezekiel 14 and 13. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously. What is it in Isaiah 24? Right? They are, let's read it. We don't come back. See, the Lord has pissed off these devils, man, and they got to be removed. Isaiah 24 and 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. So in Ezekiel 14 and 13, the Lord is talking to these Edomites now, man. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, which one of the brothers put up, was that Isaiah 10 and 1, man. Woe to him that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. So it say, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff of bread thereof, and I will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. And these devils is really doing this right now, man. We watching these devils do this in front of us, man. Oh, let me get that. In Jeremiah 51 and 24, it reads, And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea, these Edomites, all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith Yahweh. We watching these devils do this real time, man. And Jake still out here playing. Jake getting ready to go to the. Jake got their outfit ready to go to the club Saturday, Friday, and Saturday night, man. Talking about taking their wife and kids out to eat. These devils is moving, man. And how do you affect the people, man? You control all the resources. How do you affect the people? Food and water. When you're reading what is that in Judith? Let me just get the chapter. You can read it. You can read it on your time. This is Judith, chapter 7, right? So it say, Judith chapter 7, verse 8. Then came unto him all the chief of the children of Esau, and all the governors of the people of Moab, and the captains of the seacoast, and said, Let our Lord not hear a word, that there be not an overthrow in thy army. It say, For this people of the children of Israel do not trust in their spears, but in the height of the mountains wherein they dwell, because it is not easy to come up to the tops of the mountains. When you read this story, it say, this is what they say. Now therefore, my Lord, fight not against them in battle array, for there shall not so much as one of thy people perish. Remain in thy camp and keep all the men of thy army, and let thy servants get into their hands the fountain of water which issue forth out of the foot of the mountain. See, these devils, it say, for all the inhabitants of Bethuel have their water thence, so shall thirst kill them, and they shall give up their city, and we and our people shall go up to the top of the mountains that are near, and will camp upon them to watch that none go out of the city. So they and their wives and their children shall be consumed with fire, and before the sword come against them, they shall be overthrown in the streets where they dwell. Where we at now, man? We don't have no certain dwelling place, man. We pilgrims on the earth, man. So these devils is cutting off the food and they cutting off the water, man. Back in Ezekiel 14 and 21. This is happening, man. And Jake right here playing games, man. Ezekiel 14 and 21 reads, "For thus saith Yahweh Shema Shah power, how much more will I send my four sword judgments upon Jerusalem?" Which you can read in Jeremiah 15, 1 through 4. The sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence to cut off from it man and beast. But when you read verse 22 and 23, the Lord say, the elect, Ezekiel 14, 22 and 23, they're going to be good, man. But this is happening right now, man. This is Ezekiel 14. This is like Jeremiah 14 and 10. And these devils, man, these these some wicked bastards, man. Because they doing this right now. Ezekiel 14 and 10, thus saith Yahweh unto this people. It say, thus have they loved to wander, they have not refrained their feet. Therefore the Lord Yahweh doeth not accept them. He will not remember their iniquity and visit their sins. Then said Yahweh unto me, pray not for this people, for their good. What's going on right now? What Jake think is good, the Lord don't, man. What Jake said, the Lord know my heart. When they fast, I will not hear their cry. And when they offer burnt offerings and an oblation, I will not accept them. But I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence. This is Second Ezra 16 and 22. It reads, Second Ezra 16 and 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the power shall stand in fear, the beginnings of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. And we watching these things take place, and Jake still not repenting, man. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. The Lord been jacking people's up. Here it is, a cold front went over the four corners of America, man. I'm talking about it hit down south, man. Ain't never been this cold in Texas and Tennessee and Florida in Mississippi, Alabama, in Georgia. Ain't never been this cold in South Carolina, man. The Lord doing something new, man. But for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And we see these things happen every day. The Lord putting Jake to flight, and nobody's repenting. Nobody is grieving or lamenting or considering that this is the work from the Lord, man. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 9. They that be slain with hunger are better than they that be slain with the sword. So like they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pound away, stricken through, for want of the fruits of the field. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. So the Lord said in Joel 1 and 16, let's read this again, that he's taking the meat away. What's going to be meat? Joel 1 and 16, it reads, it's not the meat cut off from before our eyes. Yeah, joy and gladness from the house of our power, man. What is that? First Peter's 4, 17 and 18, man. If the righteous shall scarcely be saved, what shall the ungodly and the sinners appear, man? Let's get this. In Second Ezra 16 and 40, it reads, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to die battle. Why does it say die battle? Because it's Jacob's trouble. It ain't Edom's trouble. Okay? It ain't Ammon or Moab or Ham's trouble, Elam trouble, Ishmael's trouble. It's Jacob's trouble. Now, as we always say, everybody else, these heathens, They just collateral damage and casualties of war, man. That's all that is to the Lord. Collateral damage and casualties of war, man. The Lord is going to jump over all these heathens to get to you Jakes, man. Because it's saying in Micah 3:1, it reads this. And I said, Hear I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment? We supposed to know, man. We supposed to know. Hey, in Proverbs 11:3, the Lord gave us integrity, man. We supposed to deal with integrity, with a standard, with an order, with principles, man. This what separates the 2/3 from the 1/3, man. Integrity, standard, order, principles, man. He said, Is it not for you to know, O heirs of Jacob? I got to get this. In Isaiah 28, it said the same difference. Isaiah 28:14. Wherefore hear the word of Yahweh, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. The Lord is talking to those that's supposed to be leaders, man. As it said in Jeremiah, got to get this. In Jeremiah 50, in verse 9, no, Jeremiah 50 and verse 8, remove out of the midst of Babylon, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he goats, goats with an S, and be as the he goats before the flock. What does it mean to be a he goat? It mean to be a leader, man. So in Isaiah 28:14, in Micah 3:1, the Lord is talking to the heads of Jacob. And what the heads is telling Jacob, you can sleep with your woman in the butt. You can sleep with your woman on the Sabbath. Yahweh ain't do no miracles. John the Baptist fell out the truth. It's a lot of doctrines out there, man. The MOTB is sin. It's Christianity. It's white women. It's an embargo. The 400 years of slavery was up in 2019, but we still here in Babylon and scattered up the four corners of the earth. There's so many different gospels out here, so many different doctrines, but one gospel, man. Now you got Nasty Nate changing up now. Oh yeah, it is the MOTB, but it ain't the mark of the beast though. But at first it wasn't no sea hill nowhere on the planet. But now it is. It's just not the mark of the beast. Man, look, we supposed to be leaders, man. We supposed to know. Rightly dividing the word of Yahweh Shema Shah. This is Ezekiel chapter 7 and 14. It reads, and I was gonna play to the head soon, man. Beautiful. That's another fire precept. Let's read it. Brother Pillars of Benjamin. Ezekiel 13 and 5. Ye have not gone, when you read verse 4, it say, thy prophets are like the foxes in the desert, man. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the heads for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of Yahweh Shema Shah. And that's spiritual because I'm holding Ezekiel 7 about the battle of the Lord that's coming. Which I had to go back to read 2 16. It says Ezekiel 7:14, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. That's spiritual, brother, that you put that up. That's beautiful. Again, Ezekiel 13 and 5. Ye have not gone up into the gaps, neither made up the heads for the house of Israel, for the house of Yasharallah, to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord, man. They ain't doing it. Ezekiel 7:14, they have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none go to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence, and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Just wait for it, man. So this is back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 40. Because this is Jacob's trouble, man. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away. Because what I'm holding 1 Corinthians 7. Paul said, what? as using the world but not abusing it. He that selleth, let him be as he that fleeth away, and he that buyeth as one that will lose, and he that occupieth merchandise as he that have no profit by it, and he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein, he that soweth as if he should not reap. So also he that planteth the vineyard as he that shall not gather the grapes. They that marry as they that shall get no children, and they that marry not as the widowers. And therefore they that labor in vain. We gotta be, hey, we already pilgrims. I was saying this the other week. We already pilgrims now, man. We don't got no certain dwelling place, man. As I tell you with Hebrews 11, we are seeking one to come, man. This is 1 Corinthians 7. Hey, the Lord is going to take, with that 2 Ezra 16. It say they shall cast, even those that fear the Lord, they shall cast them out of their houses too, man. This is finna take flight, man. The difference is we trust in Yahweh Shema Shah, man. 1 Corinthians 7:29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short, it remaineth that both, it said that both they that have wives be as though they have none. And this is what Ezra was saying. 16, which I just read. And they that weep as though they weep not, and they that rejoice as though they rejoiceth not, and they that buy as though they possesseth not, and they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. And we watching it. 2 14, brother, put on the comment board. We are watching this place vanish. Let's read that, man. And the Lord is letting these Edomites do it, man. Because 2/3 of Jake would not repent. They would not repent, man. So they got to die grievous deaths. 2 Ezra 9 and 10. So this 2 Ezra 14, and I want to read the point here. It reads, verse 16, for yet greater evil than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Hey, in the last 5 years, we done saw some grievous deaths, man. Grievous, man. 500 rappers and count put to flight. Kobe, grievous chopper crash. That was grievous, man. It's been a lot of death out here, man. In just the last 5 years, it say, for yet greater evil than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. We ain't seen nothing yet, man. Nothing. We ain't seen nothing, man. Let me get a couple more of you brother precepts. I'm gonna close, man. Man, it's getting uglier, man. These devils is feeding us fake meat, man. Everything we eating is defiled, man. Well, this is already put into play. Ezekiel 4 and 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Yasharallah eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. And we have been scattered the four corners of the earth, man. We bathing in contaminated waters that's coming through corroded pipes. I don't care where you stay at, man. I don't care where you stay at, man. Your water is coming through corroded pipes that you take showers in, that we take showers in, man. Alkaline water, regular water, whatever you drinking, whatever you eating. Hey, when this devil put his hand on something, it turned to dung, man. Hey, the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shah, man. If we didn't have the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shah, we'd be through, man. That's why we should be considering how we are conducting our life, man. How we are moving, how we are thinking, man. Because these devils is trying to take us out, man. These devils' whole existence. Let's get Proverbs 26. These devils' whole existence is to get rid of us, man. As a matter of fact, this is Micah 2 and 1. It reads, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. Why? Because it is in the power of their hands. Hold on. Proverbs 4 and 16. It reads, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall, man. These devils' whole existence is to destroy us, man. Psalms, is that 37 and 12 it reads, the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon them with his teeth. This all day, every day. Hold on. Proverbs 38 and 12. They also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things. What they doing at Davos right now? Speaking mischievous things and imagine deceits all the day long. This is what these devils is doing. What the Lord asked Satan in Job? Let's read it. This is Job chapter 1 and verse 7. And Yahweh said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. To do what? To do what, man? When you go to, man, this is heavy, man. When you go to Luke, let's see what Satan doing walking up and down in the earth, going to and fro. In Luke 2, in Luke 22 and 31, when you read this verse in the different translations, let's read it. I'm going to go back. The Lord letting these devils just run around, man. But he's asking the Lord, let them do it. Because this is a sifting. We are dealing in the sifting, man. So this is Luke 22 and 31. This is what the Lord told Peter. It reads, KJV first. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. NLT say, Simon, Simon, Satan has asked. He has asked. Satan has asked the Lord. It says, Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift each of you like wheat, man. This is what he do on the left-hand side. He waiting on the Lord to give him the go-ahead. This NIV, it says, Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift all of you as wheat. What is saying, Amos 9? The Lord is doing the sifting. Not the least grain shall fall upon the earth. So here it is. I got to go back, man. When the Lord asked Satan in Job 1 and 7, it reads again, and Yahweh said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered Yahweh and said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. To do what? He asked if he can mess with us, man. This is Psalm 12 and 8. The wicked, this is precept. I love to read this after that Job 1 and 7. Listen, what did the Lord ask Satan? He said, from coming to and fro, walking up and down the earth. Doing what? Sifting Jake, man. Psalm 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side. Is not what Satan was doing when the Lord asked him in Job 1 and 7. The wicked, Psalm 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Didn't Job call them in Job 30? They are violent in the earth. Right? The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted, man. So here it is, this devil. And you know what's crazy? I ain't never read this in NLT. Let me get this 1 Peter 5 and 8. Let's see what it say. Because it say he like a roaring lion, walketh about seeking all who he may devour, man. Let's see what it say. NLT first, KJV. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, your enemy, the deceiver. That's adversary mean enemy. Devil mean diablos, which mean deceiver, right? So be sober, be vigilant, because your enemy, the deceiver, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And the Lord gave him the go ahead. So NLT reads, stay alert, watch out for your great enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. Let's see what NIV say. NIV, be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. So they say the same difference. You see, the Lord gave them the go ahead, man. He's asking, can he sift each and every one of us, man? And the Lord is letting these devils do this because, as it say in 2nd Ezra, let's read this, man. We're in some beautiful yet troubling times, man. 2nd Ezra 16. And these devils doing everything. Listen to this. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And why are they pissed off at Jake? Because they tell you in Revelations 12 and 17 that the dragon is wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. The remnant, why? It said because they keep the test, because they keep the commandments of the Lord and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man. These Edomites don't care about Jake that's out here bugged out smoking weed. They don't care about them. Jake want to party, pop pills, sip lean, smoke this bugged out, stupid chemical weed. Esau don't care about they already been got, man. He got them already, man. He's at those that standing in great boldness for this truth, man. He wants you. It say, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. So if you're already idle right now, they already got you. It say, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols, man. And that's 2/3 of Jake. They already got him, man. Jake want to be part of the system. They want to party and play, man. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. Who consented unto this devil? All you Jakes out there, all you camps, they got the 501c3 tax exempt. All you, these pastors in these churches, these pastors got the 501, and their congregation got to sign these W forms to show the money in the church. Yeah. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. You want to stay voting, be a part of this plebeian patrician system, the Democrats and Republicans, what did it say they wanted after the beast, saying who is able to make war with the so-called white man? And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh Shemashah. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. If they're going to do this to those that fear the Lord, 2/3 don't got a chance. Like it said in First Peter 4, 17 and 18. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. We already pilgrims now. So it ain't going to matter. To the hopeful elect, it ain't going to matter in this time, man. Because we already pilgrims now. We already living from pillar to post now. So it ain't gonna matter. And that's the thing we always talk about at camp, man. The Lord is numbing up the hopeful elect like a big block of ice, like an iceberg. So you'll be totally numb to everything that's about to go on out here, man. Because if you ain't, the Lord's in there. What's that? Jeremiah 25 and 33. The Lord said he's gonna have dead bodies from one end of the earth to the other, man. All them dead bodies that stink, that foul smell, you'll be out here throwing up, man. The Lord is numbing up the hopeful elect to be completely numb to what's about to go down out here, man. Because what it said in Daniel 12 and 1, and Jeremiah 30 and 7, it's going to be a time on earth that has never been before. In Jeremiah 30 and 6, it say, men shall have their hands on their loins, travailing like a woman that's giving birth, man. Was that Zephaniah 1 and 14? It said, a mighty man shall cry their belly in that day, man. So these sharpshooters, these snipers that's been trained for 30 plus years to be cold to the foul smell of death, bodies everywhere, they gonna be mourning. These big swole bodybuilding niggas They gonna be crying. Yeah, the Lord say, thus saith the Lord, man. So the Lord is building us up now. Lord willing, we endure to the end, man. Lord willing. Because it's finna get real out here, man. These devils is trying to starve us out. They trying to starve us out, man. Second Ezra 16 in verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye, my beloved, saith Yahweh. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. And these, you got to have that faith, that belief, man. But it got to be in you. The Lord got to already plant this in you. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for power is your God. And when you read that in Psalm 91, and the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith Yahweh Shema shall power, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. So these things is coming, man. And the Lord, Yahweh Shema, is showing us these things every day, man. But Jake is not paying attention to it. And they don't know when they walk past the camp and they see that sign, that 12 tribe sign, they don't inquire. You have been marked, man. You're marked and don't even know it. So all these overeaters, these comfort eaters, these binge eaters, they're gonna die grievous death, man. Hey, so stay prayed up, stay built up. As I tell you in Colossians 1 and 26, man, we supposed to be rooted. Let's get it. We supposed to be rooted, established, man. So you won't be moved. This is Colossians 2 and 6. It reads, it say, as ye have therefore received Hamashiach Yahweh Shah the Lord, so walk ye in him, rooted and built up in him, and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving. This is First Thessalonians, no, Second Thessalonians 2 and verse 17. It reads, comfort your hearts, which is your mind, and establish you in every good word and work, man. We got to be established, man. We got to be rooted. We got to be grounded and rooted, man. Because to tell you here, which I've been loving to read this lately, in Ephesians 4, I'm going to close with this. In Ephesians 4, in verse 13, let's read 10. And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints. This is whatever measure you got, whatever the measure the Lord gave you, the Lord is going to perfect us in our measure, whatever it is. It say, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Mashiach, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, and it say unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of a Mashiach, man. This is what we got to get at. Whatever measure the Lord gave us, we got to be perfected in it, man, which is to be known to Jacob's trouble that's coming, man. That's why we still here. We are still being prepped. Your faith has to level up on a level. You got to keep leveling up, man, till there is no more levels concerning the standards of Yahweh Shema Shah. The perfection, it say, till we all come into the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of power, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of a Mashiach, man. So whatever measure the Lord gave us, each and every one of us, men first and women, the Lord is perfecting us in that measure, man, in your measure. Because what's about to go down out here, we don't know what's going to happen. All we know is MDK, man. all over the planet. The Lord is taking away, the Lord is showing us He's taking away the food, like I said in Hosea 1. Let me close with that, man. The Lord said He's doing this. This ain't Esau, man. Hosea 4, reading the point. Hosea 4 and 3 reads, therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven, yet the fishes of the sea also shall be taken. The Lord taking the lawful food and the unlawful. He's taking it all away, man. Why? It said in verse, top of that verse, because there is no truth, man, nor mercy, no knowledge of the Lord in the land. In the Habakkuk 2 and 14, it say the knowledge of the knowledge and the glory of the Lord shall cover the earth like waters cover the sea, man. But that's not coming from Esau Edom. It's coming from the hopeful elect men of the Lord, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. Esau Edom ain't giving us the truth. He don't show no mercy. That's why these devils is going to die a grievous death with no mercy, man. So, Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh. Let's play this again. Let's play this again. I'm going to close out. Play this again.
Of science fiction developed of science fiction lab developed meat could become reality in certain cafes in the US as soon as this year. Chiefs at developed meat organizations are hopeful that meat filled in enormous steel tanks could be on the menu inside the space of months after one organization won the thumbs up from a key controller. In a demonstration of certainty, some of them have joined top-of-the-line culprits like Argentine Francis Malman and Spaniard Jose Andres to ultimately feature the meats in their very good quality restaurants. Be that as it may, to arrive at its final location, grocery store racks, developed meat faces huge snags, 5 chiefs said. Organizations should draw in more subsidizing to increment creation. Developed meat is gotten from a little example of cells gathered from animals. A genuine. Singapore has up to this point endorsed the item for a real deal. However, the US is ready to follow. The US Food and Medication Organization, FDA, said in November that a developed meat item, a chicken bosom developed by California-based Potential Gain Food Sources, was okay for human utilization. Potential Gain is presently wanting to carry its item to eateries when 2023 and to supermarkets by 2028. Potential Gain actually should be examined by the U.S. Division of Agribusiness Food Handling and Assessment Administration and get close down from the orchard. A USDA FSIS representative declined to remark on its investigation timetable. SLAUGHTERLESS House. At Potential Gain's office in Emeryville, California, sterile garment-clad specialists were seen poring over touch screens and observing Goliath tanks of water blended in with supplements during a new Reuters visit. Meat is reaped and handled in a room that CEO Uma Valetti calls the slaughterless house, where it is reviewed and tried. Some journalists were served an example of Potential Gain's chicken during the visit. It tasted very much like ordinary chicken when cooked, however was to some degree more slender and had a more uniform tan tone when crude. Potential Gain worked with the FDA for a considerable length of time prior to getting the organization's go-ahead in November, Valetti told newsmen. It's a turning point for the business, he said. California-based developed meat organization Great Meat as of now has an application forthcoming with the FDA, which has not been recently detailed. 2 different organizations, Netherlands-based Moza Meat and Israel-based Adherent Meats, said they are in conversations with the office, organization chief said. The FDA affirmed it is conversing with various organizations. Administrative endorsement is the perfect first obstacle for making developed meat open to a wide area of customers, leaders at Potential Gain, Moza Meat, Devotee Meats, and Great Meat said. The greatest test organizations face is developing the incipient store network for the supplement blend to take care of cells and for the monstrous bioreactors expected to create huge amounts of developed meat, leaders said. For the time being, creation is restricted. Potential Gain office produced 100 meat military created in the U.S. in 2021, as per the North American Meat Establishment, a meat industry entryway bunch. In the event that the organizations can't get the assets expected to increase creation, their item might in all likelihood never arrive at a price tag where it can rival customary meat, said Great Meat Prime supporter Josh Tetrick. Selling is not the same as selling a great deal, Tetrick said. Until we as an organization and organizations can, this will be tiny scope. Thanks for
Man, bro,
watching.
and you know what's crazy? Cause this guy Michael Jackson said they don't give a damn about us, man. Ben said that, man. Esau don't give a damn about us, man. This is Kazak Ben Yahweh, Jeremiah 5 and 11. For the house of Israel and the house of Judah have dealt very treacherously against me, saith Yahweh. They have belied the Lord and said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword nor famine. See, that's the pride of Jake. The Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Was in Amos 9 and 10, and also in Zephaniah 1 and 12. Because Jake don't believe. Because why? The Lord said Jake need to see something. This wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign. There shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas, man. What's that? Matthew 16 and 4. See, Jake needs looking for a sign. Well, ain't no sign. The sign has been here for a while, man. The apostles of Great Millstone been breaking these things down to us. They've been saying this 30 plus years ago, man, about all of this. You know how much they done pushed that these devils going to use Jake to make Jake take the MOTB? Who made Jake take the Yabawaki? They used a commercial with this guy John Legend, where he said this is our shot to get back to normal. They used Tyra Banks, they used Monica, they used Bill Russell, they used Hank Aaron. They use your celebrities to make you take that. Who told you that? The apostles told you about that years ago. What Hank Aaron and Bill Russell at in the spiritual realm? Out of here. They are going to use, was that Psalm 10 and 10? The so-called white man croucheth and humble himself that the poor may fall by his strong ones. Who are the strong ones? They using TD Snakes, Deflo Dollar, Geno Jennings, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackass, your LeBrons, all your celebrities, John Legend's on the Walgreens commercial. This is our shot to get back to normal. Yeah, the apostles of Great Millstone told y'all about that years ago, that they was going to use our people to make us take whatever they are offering. And wait, what Jake doing? Conditioning and gradualism. Jake want the new Apple. They want the Apple Watch. They want the new phones, the new tech. It's trendsetters. Jake trend to everything that's popping. Guess what? You're gonna take the mark of the beast as well. You're gonna take that sea hill, man. You already done drunk the Capri Sun. You might as well take it. Hey, Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Bahashim Rikah Kodash. The bonus to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all Israel, ready concepted or not. In the sincere salutation to all I can pushing this truth and believing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope for the elect. Shalom to the Akwa who are listening and learning, you from sisters who are listening and learning. Lord, what's edifying? Till next time I say shalom. To all for tuning in. May Yahweh Shema shall continue blessing your houses. Stay prayed up. Hey, to all your pre-sales, you brother, let the comment board up. So like I couldn't get to them. I had a whole plethora of scripture myself. Hey, but they there for those that come out, the Lord willing. Hey, the water for your pre-sales, man. The water for tuning in. Hey, stay prayed up. May Yahweh Shema shall continue blessing your houses. Shalom. Yeah, brother. Live Con live fire on the comment boards, man. Hey, it's spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Things popping off. Hey, the prophecies are popping off like popcorn, man. All we gotta do is sit back and take a seat, man, and watch, man. So again, shalom. Man, y'all bro, let the comment board up, man. Man, I sure hit I can. I sit here all day and read all these precepts, man. But I need to get me some shutout, man. Man, y'all brothers ain't playing. Hey, call out y'all about some outside, man. Shalom, brother. Shalom to the document not water. Hey, the water, man. The water for tuning in. I don't even want to close, man. The water.